What is up, people? Half Slab Bacon back with another episode of our 1.9 survival tutorial. So, we're still back at the village, and I know I said we would begin our little journey through the nether to start carting these guys off, but I realized that, there's probably something I should show you guys before we go. And that is a villager breeding cell. So there's several ways to kind of keep a village alive. I showed you earlier, kind of locking them inside the houses. But there is inherent problems with kind of all those methods. And that is the simple fact that, blocking off, lighting it up, does not protect from a zombie siege. Now look at this, guys. Bam! We're using one of those lily pads we collected already for a farm. Amazing. So, many of you may have seen other videos about infinite breeding cells, and maybe you've watched other YouTubers that caution against using them because if left unattended, they can and most likely will crash your world, spawning villager after villager after villager until the world just can't keep up and it crashes. So what I'm going to do today is show you guys kind of how to use the infinite villager setup and use it in a way that you don't have to worry about your world completely crashing on your face like that. And that is, well, quite simply, we're going to need a whack of these. So we'll just go like that. I went and grabbed some glass and all that stuff and things off camera, people. That is to put it at the edge of a village. So while we start building just kind of our outside layer, why don't we talk a little bit about how village mechanics work. So how village mechanics work is it takes a door and 5 blocks in either direction around the door. You have to have an uneven amount of blocks on one side to the other, with one block being on either side of the door. Doesn't matter which, just as long as one block is an air or a transparent block. I believe it's transparent block now. It had to be air before, but I believe you can use glass. So if we were to, well, we're gonna need some doors, so let's do the stuff and things. If we were to take this door right here, and we'll just do it over here for demonstration purposes. I've kind of filled in like all the holes around here so we don't have villagers falling on their faces. So if we were to take this door, right now that does not qualify as a house. Whoops, stuff and things. I can't remember if I can, yes, I can shift click on the top. So, okay, we should be good for uses for this episode. So right now this does not qualify as a house. Not because there's no walls around it or anything, but because of the simple fact that right now there's an even amount of blocks on either side, which is 0. Okay, they're both air blocks. Now, if I go like this, that now qualifies as a house. Reason being is there is one solid block over here, and then on this side it is an air block, and that works up to 5 blocks away. So I could have this like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this qualifies as a house still. Now I can put one here because it's uneven, still qualifies as a house. But if I go 5 blocks, we're at 4 now, in both directions, that does not qualify as a house because there is an even number of blocks on either side, and none of them are air or transparent blocks. That is, in simplicity, how villagers recognize a house. Now, in terms of a village, how do they recognize a village? Well, essentially, you have to have doors like that qualify as a house. It's that simple. And when a villager enters one, it qualifies as a village. Prior to that, it is just a house. It could be a user house. It could be whatever, stuff and things. Point being, until a villager enters it, it does not qualify as a village. Now, when we do like we're doing now, and we build, we build a new house around a village, interesting thing kind of happens here. Depending on its distance from the existing village, it can either be added to the village or it will become a separate village. So by building a village here, or a house here, right on the edge of this village, when a villager enters it, it is going to add this house to this village and expand the village size, and then it will recalculate the center of the village. If we look at the existing structure now of this village, it's a very, very small one. I would say right now, Minecraft is likely qualifying the village center as probably this garden right here. Now, it has to actually use a house as kind of the central village house. So right now it would be this one or this one. Because I spammed a bunch of extra doors here, it is most likely calculating this house as the center house. So what happens when a new village house is, or when a new house is built nearby? Well, it simply recalculates the village center. So we're not making it big enough or far enough away that it's likely going to shift, but it may shift it to this one or this one. It kind of just depends on the village's overall layout. Let's grab some more stuff and things because we had run out, and while we're here, we'll throw some more in so we have some and we don't run out while we're doing our building. So what we're doing is we're going to use a classic infinite villager setup to exploit how Minecraft calculates a village. And because we're deliberately making it calculate this inside of the existing structure, what we're actually doing is we're manipulating it in a way that it's an infinite villager cell still, yes, but it is not going to, I repeat, it is not going to breed indefinitely. Because this bottom layer is actually going to be registered as part of this village, the breeders will be down here where the farm is. That's very important. You have to have the farm or they won't breed. They have to be able to farm, or you have to stop by and feed them vegetables constantly. So that is another way of manipulating the farms, is just don't, put an actual farm for them to farm off of. And then what will happen is eventually they will stop breeding simply because there is no farm there. So what we're actually going to do here is we're just going to go a few doors out. We're going to give us enough of a length to kind of push villagers through easily, and that's kind of going to be our goal on this end. And put a door so they start registering this as a house, and then we're actually going to use a iron door to kind of control their movement inside and out. So I'm going to go sleep in the bed, and then we'll get back at her. Alright peeps, so I've kind of gone ahead here and just laid out this lower level and kind of filled in our glass. You don't have to use glass. I just kind of like to see what's going on. Now, how this cell works is we're going to have 2 villagers down here, and it is conditional. One of them has to, I repeat, has to be a farmer. And then we are actually going to build a staircase so we can get a villager up here. Now what we want essentially is, and this will probably just, we'll end up closing off with some half slabs, but what we want is, in order for this to function, we need what qualifies as a separate village up here where we're going to trap 1 villager. Just 1. And what will happen is, because Minecraft's going to read this as a separate village completely, what is then going to happen is this villager up here, because we're going to put more doors than are needed for him, he's going to want to mate non-stop. Now the villagers underneath are going to get kicked into mating mode because of his urge to kind of do the hibbity-dibbity non-stop. So in order for this to work, we need to be minimum 5 blocks up. And actually, I just went, oops, stuff and things. We want to be 6. So I'm going to fix that and I'll be right back. Alright people, so I've gone ahead and made sure that we are indeed 6 blocks up above our farm. And the reason I said 6 is simply because what we're trying to do is make sure this village registers the bottom half of this as part of the village, so that there is a cap in place for how many villagers will breed down there. But we want up here to not register. Now at 5 we should be safe, but at 6 blocks I know for sure it's going to register as a separate village. So it's just a matter of precaution here. Now I'm just half slabbing in up here just so we have room. Oh my, we're out of the stuff and things for our villager, because that is gonna be, let's make a few more of these. Very important is making sure we have enough room for our villager up here. Let's go, yeah, that'll probably be enough. I'm not even counting, guys, I'm just guessing. But we want to make sure Minecraft registers up top as a completely separate village in order for this to work. And we want to make sure it adds downstairs on, because if you were to build this same design out in the middle of nowhere with no existing village in place, what would happen is these guys up top here would just spawn indefinitely. It's that simple. They'd never stop. They'd just go to town on the breeding, like crazy, because we're kind of exploiting a 2-village system here. And I should say that I haven't tested this in 1.9 yet, but I know it works in 1.8. And as far as I am aware, villager mechanics have not changed. So this should continue to work, and if I am wrong, then, well, I'm gonna have an issue with my world crashing. We'll have to figure it out. No, if I am wrong and they continue to spawn anyways, like I told you before, the simple solution to that is you just take out the farm downstairs, and then you will have to manually feed them to get them to continue to spawn. It's very, very simple. By putting the farm in, they will feed themselves and they will spawn more, or breed. I keep saying spawn. They will breed kind of at will. Now, what will happen with this setup? Oh crap, we're short glass. And of course, only a couple pieces. What will happen with this setup is they will spawn, or breed. Stop saying spawn, bacon. And did I not put any more in? No, because I duck. We'll grab that there and let it toast away. And they will continue to breed, but as long as I kind of leave them in that cell underneath, because it is subject to the spawning rules of this village down here. I'm not sure if that's enough, so we're going to make a couple more just in case. I can't remember the count. It's been a while since I've done this, but I have in fact done this. So what's going to happen, give us 2 more, maybe a couple more, is because it's subject, as long as I don't let those villagers out, eventually they're going to hit a cap for this village and they will stop breeding until I release them. And what that does is basically it's just kind of a protection for this village. Instead of it being an infinite breeder, it will just protect this village in the case that should a zombie siege happen while I am at one of my other bases, we're not going to lose all the villagers, because this cell will kind of always replenish them for us. And that's kind of the key here, is we want this one to kind of always replenish them for us. Now, I hate doing 2 high walls with a passion, so we're gonna do, or 2 high rooms with a passion, so we're gonna do 3, even though I could get away with 2, just because I said so. And if you don't like it, tough tiddly widdly. Okay, people, so what I've done is I've half slabbed the top roof off. Now, that is obviously to ensure that stuff and things kind of doesn't happen on the outside of our top area. Now, what I like to do here, and people have different setups for this, I don't know, I like doing it this way just because stuff and things, it works out. Now, you remember what I had said previously about you kind of have to have an uneven amount of doors, stuff, and things for the outside versus the inside. I just like to kind of go around and spam the doors like this all the way around, and I'm short doors, which sucks. I'm terrible at counting today. But what we're effectively doing here is we're creating a high amount of doors so that should be plenty, hopefully this time, so that bad boy up top goes crazy and wants to breed. Now, you can close them in completely, do it however you want. Like I said, the rule simply has to be that the ones on the top are, or the ones on the outside have to be a shorter distance to an air block than the ones on the inside. Now, doing it this way, we can kind of see through all the doors coming in. We're going to want to find our center block here. Let's plop a torch down so we have 1, 2, right? 3 to the center around all doors. And then out here we have 2, and then the third one is air block. So functionally, that is going to work. These will all register as houses. Now, if you would like, you can go along and kind of block these doors in for aesthetics, stuff and things. You know, it's up to you. However you want to do your stuff and things. I'm going to block them in just because, I don't know, I'm funky like that. So I'm going to get that done, and what we're actually going to do at this stage, moving forward, is we are going to need a couple buttons to control the flow, or if you like, you can use, I forget how to make these darn things now. Pressure plates is just 4 in a row, just 2. or you can use a pressure plate. So why don't we use one of each just for the sake of being funky? And we're actually at this stage gonna let the nighttime come because we want the villagers to start coming in here. So at this point, we're now gonna put a door here so the villagers start to recognize that this may indeed be a village. We're gonna pop a torch down there just to keep that area lit. And we're definitely gonna go and light this area up in here to prevent baddies from spawning, right? Very important. And because it's 9 by 9, we should be able to get away with just kind of a torch on each side and good to go. But you know, pick your poison. I tend to, when I'm doing something like this, err on the side of heavy, simply because, you know, I don't want my guys dying and stuff. So I go to town on the torches. That's just me. That's my thing. Like it or lump it, whatever, you know, do it your own way. But I torch all the way around it just to be sure. Oh yeah, I forgot my blocks, so I'll be back. Shut up, chickens. We gotta gather some of these chickens and maybe pigs and get another farm going. So we didn't luck out. We didn't get our guy in here, which kind of sucks because you know what that means. That now means I have to push one in, which is annoying as poop. But so we'll get our door open. We'll complete our inside layer. Like I said, I like to do this just a matter of efficiency. Oh, glitchy doors. And then same kind of thing as downstairs. I'm gonna go through and just make sure there's a torch all the way around, because I want to make damn sure there's tons of lighting up here. Okay, so yeah, I'll do that and I'll BRB. Okay people, so we've run through several night cycles and we're not having any luck with these guys getting them over there, so I get to do this the hard way. Get over to that door. Get over. I need you to recognize that as part of the village. Go over there. Come on. You dumb certificate. Don't make me hit you. You should be able to use leads on these guys. It would make life so much easier. Or if I had the rails, I'd just put them in a minecart, but we don't have those here, and I'm not gonna build some just to move this guy 10 feet. Come on already. Okay people, I'll be back. Seriously? Go in your home. That's your new home. Look how spacious it is. It has a farm. I forgot to mention, guys, you can't push these guys up one tall block, so you have to use half slabs. So that staircase I built's not going to work to force one up. They have to go kind of willingly. So let's get this guy in here. Get in your home. This is your home. Bite it. You're stuck. So what we can do here is, and actually, this is why I decided we're going to use a pressure plate, guys, is we're going to put this door here, all the good stuff and things, and we're going to put the pressure plate there, so it's kind of a one-way in for them. But then we control them getting out. So yeah, nighttime's approaching. Well, not immediately, but I'm gonna try pushing these guys in. Like I said, part of the problem is we need a villager in order for this to work. Or villager, a farmer. There has to be a farmer down here. So I have to make that happen. So I'll be back. I might have to spam some more doors and stuff in order to make that work. Oh, would you believe this, guys? It's nighttime and this idiot wants to be outside instead of in there where it's safe. So I don't even know what to say other than he's an idiot. Maybe if we try putting a door here and give him a push, he'll get the hint that this is... No! This should have registered as a village by now, which means you should want to go in there at night. Get in your home! Stuffing things, people. I'll be back. Okay, these guys are idiots. They don't want to stay in their houses. I don't know why. And because they have no farmer, they're not going to breed, even though I put more doors up. So we're going to see if we can encourage it a little. Take the bread. Come in. Here, dummy. Take the bread. He took it. Come in. Why are you so confused? See? Door. Go in. Go in. In. See? Now you're safe. Inside the house, dummy. Take some bread. Take the bread. You too. Take the bread. So this is kind of how we can force them to start breeding. Take the bread. And we're going to use the carrots too. And I'm just going to kind of hang out and try and get these idiots breeding, because we're leaving the other ones in the house. It's as simple as that. We did it, people. Look, we got a baby villager. Awesome. So, another thing I'm thinking we need to work on here. Don't get killed, baby villager. Do not get killed. Is, maybe a small chicken farm over this way. Just, you know, so we have some meats. Because at the moment we have no meats. And that kind of sucks. I mean, because we're going to be spending some time here, obviously. That's unavoidable. So I kind of like doing this setup where it's easy to get them in, but impossible for them to get out. How many do we need to save here? 4, 5, 6? Okay, yeah. So we can get a fair size pen going here. I think that'll do. Now what I like to do with my just old school chicken pens is do a double gate. That way if one chases me out, I don't lose them completely. And then we'll just kind of go around like this. Light every corner. Put one here. Put one here. Well, yeah, it seems like they changed some of the sounds, guys. Like, the chest, I think, for the first time ever, has a new sound, which is kind of intense. So, did I use... No, I didn't use all the seeds. Okay, perfect. Let's see if we can get some of these dummies to follow us into the cage. Let's see if we can push the little guy in. Go! Go! Go, little dude! Go! Go! Go, go. I'm gonna try and push the little dude into our cell. Guys, look. We got our baby farmer in there. Isn't that awesome? So yeah, I'm gonna keep working towards maybe getting some of the other guys over here. But he is farming already, even though he's just a little guy. They gravitate towards the farms. We got our iron door in here now. And as long as we kind of keep him plugging away here and get the other guys over here, we should have our breeding cell worked out. I am going to put a block there so he can't start climbing up the stairs. Okay guys, we've effectively done it. We got our farmer and our 2 librarians in here. Now all we have to do is wait till nighttime when they decide to go inside, and we should be able to push them in. He's grown up. Let push one of them upstairs. We got to keep the farmer downstairs, but he shouldn't really fight that because, you know, he's a farmer. He wants to be by the farm. And we've got another coat running around here somewhere, another little guy. I got some foods into the pen for us. So we have, you know, a rudimentary but still a somewhat sustainable farm for food in this area, which is good because, you know, I'm getting really low. So we're going to need that. So I'm going to wait till nighttime and we'll see about getting that numbnuts upstairs. And yeah. Alright guys, so for a change, these guys did something voluntarily. So I'm going to break that block and see if we can start pushing one of these guys upstairs. Which is going to be frustrating and not easy, but, you know, it's Minecraft. That's just kind of how these things work out. So if we can get this guy over here... I can't get the block there because he's still in the way. There. I'm not overly concerned about the other guys. I just get upstairs. Okay guys, so I'm just kind of watching these idiots run around because there's a zombie outside freaking out, and oh, I missed my chance there. What I'm doing is every time this guy comes up a step, I'm throwing blocks in his way like he just did there. Come on back up, buddy. So he can't go backwards, and eventually we're gonna get to the darn it turning point. I need to get that out of my way. Where he wants to go up and not down, and then all will be well. And we're getting him, boys. Look, we're getting the idiot up the stairs. Finally, slowly, but surely. Get up here, you moron. Stay the hell there. Please. Now we just need to break that. Get up here. Bam. Bam. Okay, he's up top. Mission accomplished. Get that quick before he falls back down. Now, one thing I neglected to point out, guys, I'm going to point out now, is those zomberts can, in fact, reach through those glass panes. So we're going to want to put a fence around the outside of the building. Just so there's no risk of, you know, him infecting them through this, because they can, at least as far as I'm aware of, they can still do that. It's not fixed. I'm still not sure to this day if it's intended or not, but last I checked, it is possible. So what we're gonna do now is just kinda, you know, finish getting this all taken care of. So the lovely farmer has lots of places to grow his stuff and things. Yep, that looks all good. May as well take some while we're here for the bread, because there's a chance with the other farmer type out there that he will use all the things. Now, what I like to do now, we're not going to want to be pushing any more of these guys out. So now we leave a button up there for when we want to come in. Alright guys, I saw hearts just a minute ago, so if we watch for a couple minutes, see, there you go. We have the hearts kicking. It's working. And basically what this does is, because up there is treated as a separate village, even if we get a zombie siege where they spread through all here, the odds are that guy's gonna survive that siege. And if you get a zombie siege up there in that village, the odds are guys down here will go. And basically all that does is, you know, it doesn't completely eliminate, but it pretty much highly reduces our chance of having any issues in terms of our village getting wiped out. And it also allows that, since we're setting this up as our cedar village for wherever else we're taking these guys. Where'd the little baby go? He should be full grown by now. Wonder if he's bopping around here somewhere. And we've still got those guys locked in. We've got those guys locked in. So it just at this stage becomes a matter of security. I don't see the other guy. Oh, well. I'm probably gonna, you know, maybe... Oh, there he is. See, he's popping around over here, so he's all good. Hi, dude. Hi, are you a butcher? Oh, you're a butcher. Where's the baker and the candlestick maker? Like I said before, the trick with this is, because this is red as part of that village, is all we have to do is, if we trap them in here, when they hit the capacity for those doors, for some strange reason, they stop breeding. And then I can release a few out to keep the cap here, and out here won't breed, and then this won't breed as long as it's full. For some reason, doing it on the edge of a village like this works, that you can actually control the spawns instead of them spawning out of control. So I hope you guys enjoyed the village breeding part of our 1.9 survival tutorial. I'll see you in the next episode, and if you did enjoy, guys, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe. See you soon. Bye.